Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to Rimworld. Last episode we had a little bit of a food shortage crisis, but not a massive deal. We've got that back on track now. We've built our freezer and we're off hunting some muffalo as we speak. Alberto's doing that with his little trusty pistol. So everything is going really well. Well, it's been going ups and downs really. I thought we were looking at the end of the game when Thomas died. I thought it's going to be hard to pull back on that. But we got Scott and Stephen and Alberto, they landed. And we're recruiting them. It's not going great. They're not recruited just yet, but hopefully eventually they'll join us. And then we'll have a good little team of colonists and we can really start upgrading our base. No raids yet, which is surprising. This is what, episode 6? Episode 6? Episode 7? And no raids yet, so I worry that when we do finally get a raid, it'll be a massive surprise for us. Oh, there you go, new recruit. Von Doom successfully recruits Stephen. That's good to know. So we've got Stephen now. Let's see what can Stephen do? What's Stephen good at? Everything. We won't make him our hunter because he's good at melee, not hunting. And what can we make? Construction, mining, growing. I tell you what, he'll be our farmer. We'll put him mainly at working in the farms and the fields to make sure our food production stays as good as it needs to be. So Stephen here, as always, set all these to 1. What's his social? He's social. He's our new warden as well. That's good. And he grows at level 2. And plant cut at level 2. Oh shit, what's going on? What's going on? Alberto started a social fight with Mitch. Reason insulted. Oh, okay, I'll let them fight it out. It's not a big deal. Mitch and Alberto both have guns now. Alberto has a gun, so hopefully he doesn't get anything more than a fight. But we'll let them fight it out, and they'll put him in our hospital, and they'll get over it. It's the last thing we want, but at the end of the day, it's gonna happen. And they're really going at each other. Like, one of them's going to fall down soon, hopefully. Yeah, okay. They're no longer social fighting. So he's going to bed to get healed up. Mitch is going to go get healed up. And Von Doom's our second doctor, so it's not a big deal. So they fight and they just end up in a hospital bed next to each other. So it's not getting them anywhere. I don't know why they bother. Another muffalo for the freezer. Look at this. We get some food now. That's the first time we're getting some food going in properly. And hopefully we can get Scott to join us really soon. Things are looking up. We don't have enough beds. So once these are healed up, I'll assign him that bed and we'll construct an additional bedroom area over here. Let's plan that in now. I don't know how we're doing for wood. How long are these doors? 7. So 7, 7. Make sure it's symmetrical. That's the important thing. A double bed, and a double bed, and wood floors. And let's order him to chop some of this wood down out the front, so they've got a nice supply of wood to do it with. Let's speed up to the morning. Stephen's sleeping outside. It's not great, but you know, we'll deal with it. Probably a great welcome to his to the colony. You slept better when you were a prisoner, but never mind. Has Scott a hunter? Did I set him to hunt? Yeah, it's not that often. He won't be hunting, he won't be cooking, he won't be handling. He'll be constructing and repairing at low priority, but growing and plant cutting mainly. Von Doom's at a major break risk. She's always going to be floating around that area because of Thomas's death. So we need a season to pass really before that happens. Until then, we'll just see what we can do. When does it low expectations? Oh, she's always going to have low expectations, so that's not going to go. So that's good. No, don't eat raw meat. There's a meal there. Oh, God's sake, Stephen. Oh, there was a meal. It was a perfectly good meal there. Why did you have to eat raw meat? Is Stephen a night owl? No, Steve. It's Scott that's the night owl. Okay, cool. I've got to keep track of that to make sure I can put him on a night shift working schedule to keep him happy. But Stephen, why did you eat the raw meat? That was just stupid. Luckily, he's an optimist, so that's something, I suppose. I just realised I had Von Doom set to prioritise plant cutting. It's why she wasn't building anything. She was just cutting these trees. Not the biggest deal. What? There's a meal. There's a perfectly good meal. Oh, I thought she was going to eat it. I'm just expecting my stupid colonists to eat raw meat these days. She's actually cooking, so she's doing something good for the colony. I'll let her off there. Mitch is still healing. How's Mitch's health doing? Plenty of bruises. He'll heal up just fine. That's not a big deal. And Alberto, please butcher that. Don't eat it. Yes, thank God. Okay. Stephen's finished doing that. What we'll do, we'll destroy these growing zones. We'll build some new growing zones to properly feed our growing a growing population. Actually, what we'll do, instead of doing that, we'll just extend them out. So I don't want them to end up destroying the already semi-grown food when we're so low on food as it is. Well, I'm sure we'll send up that one there, it's not a big deal. And hopefully, what is it, 6 rows, 9 rows of food growing there is enough to keep us in stock, especially with the meat we can hunt as well. It's nice to see our meals finally going up. So Mitch is fully healed, that's good, because he's our main cook there, so Von Doom, I can lower her priorities for cooking now. Oh no, she was on 3 priorities for cooking. I might knock that off. See how it goes without Von Doom cooking, or without Alberto cooking. Because it's quite a high up priority, I'll just let them do other stuff like constructing these buildings here. Normally I have the exact opposite problem. I'm trying to build so much at once that they don't do any of the lower down stuff. And now I can't get them to bloody build. Muffle over there, okay, this is not good. Jump to there, pause that. Okay, he died before he started attacking, that's good to know. They're still hunting food, I'll leave them be for now. Our food crisis has massively gone down, but I'll let them hunt because we've got freezer space for all the bodies. We'll leave that be for now. Oh, hello. No. Don't want to rescue the ibex, we want to fucking kill him. Yeah, we just had the ibex try to attack us after we tried to hunt him. That's rude if you ask me, but never mind. Just put him out of his misery now. Bloody hell, he takes a beating. He's on the floor. Just let him die. There you go. So we'll allow him and we'll prioritise. Oh, he can never do hauling. Von Doom will haul that in. Don't want it sitting out there in the field. Some wild cougars or something are probably going to eat it. And Alberto's going to go and sit down in bed, I think, yeah. So another night's going to roll on and we still don't have beds constructed for Stephen, but he's happy gardening, so he's sound, he's fine, don't worry about him. He'll sleep on the floor again, it's not a big deal. Cancel work from doctoring because we've still got Mitch, who still isn't the best doctor in the world, and I want him to focus on doctoring for the time being. I just have to remember that if Mitch falls ill, I have to reset someone for doctoring so they can heal Mitch. But I want him to get all the practice he needs. Why is that not in the freezer? It's irritating, but never mind. See, things are going well. It could be going a lot better. We could have beds for everyone and everything, but it's technicalities at the moment. But I'm worried because we haven't had a raid yet, and we're playing on Randy Random, and he tends to throw things out when you least expect it. So I'm kind of expecting a raid now because we haven't had one for so long. And knowing what it's like, we're going to have a raid and we're going to have another one straight on the back of it. We don't have the best equipped soldiers in the game yet. Because what, we have a pistol and a thing, and we have two guys who can punch. So if we get like 3 or 4 raiders attacking us, we're not going to fare that well against them. So it's the next day now. Von Doom's throwing up. She's got food poisoning. It's not a massive deal. We can live with that. And Scott is still rejecting offers, but he's got a good relationship with Steve. So hopefully, oh hello, who's breaking? Oh, it's Von Doom again. I should stop being surprised every time that comes up. I just hear that like that ding in the side of my head, and I go mental, like something's gonna go wrong. I'm on edge at all times because I don't know. For people who play Rimworld a lot, you know how it can be sometimes. But people watching this, it's been rather kind to us so far. The heatwave has been the worst thing we've had, and that's my mismanagement of the situation that's fucked that up for us. Oh, there's a swear jar. Oh, bloody hell. And there's another one. Oh, I haven't actually been keeping track of that for the last couple of episodes. I've got to remember to keep track of that. Oh, I might have gone wrong. I don't know how I've been doing though. Like I said, I'm filming these episodes on the trot now. I can't remember if I've been swearing all day. I might have been swearing like a trooper and not realised I've got a bloody... Oh, I did it again. Oh, this is not going well. I'll stop talking about the swear jar. Either way, it's good money for charity. That's not a big deal. And if you have any suggestions for what the charity should receive my ill-gotten swear money, feel free to leave a suggestion in the comments below for a charity that means something to you. Or but look at this. Look at this. Look at all that fuck. Oh, that was close. I'm not going to count that. Look at all this meat here, ready to be butchered, ready to be cooked up. We went from having a food shortage to having all this meat in the world, thanks to a horde of muffalo passing by that were just ripe for the taking. And I think there's 1 or 2 animals down here set to be hunted still. But once we killed them, I'll slow down on the hunting. Because we've got plenty of food, and I want to put our time elsewhere, mainly constructing these here. Although Stephen should start working on constructing them soon once he's done planting all his all the vegetables. Yeah, there he goes now. Looks of it. Yeah, he's going to start building soon, which is good because it's his own bloody bedroom, so it's good that he builds it. Hopefully we've chopped down enough trees, we've got enough wood out here, 236 wood, that should be enough, you'd hope. Well, she is still shooting this one turtle that just refuses to die. Look at the poor bastard. Gunshot in his right lung, gunshot in his plastron. What the bloody hell is a plastron? I'm going to Google what a plastron is here. I thought it was like a fancy word for his shower, but it says shower up there separately. So, what is a plastron? It's a learning experience for both of us playing Rimworld. Okay, I actually googled pastron and it came up with pastrami. So I assume he hasn't been shot in his pastrami. Oh no, that is what it's called, plastron. Plastron is it? There is an L in it. A large pad worn by a fencer to protect the chest. That turtle has some surprising hobbies. I never knew a turtle involved in fencing before, but you never know. Oh, actually, there's more. An ornamental front of a woman's bodice or shirt consisting of colourful materials, lace embroidery, fashionable in the late 19th century. So we have a late 19th century fencing female tortoise that I just killed. Oh no, there's still more. The underside part of a turtle's shell. There you go. So, its belly, essentially. We could just call it a belly. But no, we had to bring up a fake bloody word that means fencer's chest protection. So now we learn something every day. Turtles, or tortoises or whatever it was, have plastrons under their belly. It's nice to know. So while we were doing that, Stephen was hard at work. Someone had to be. Building his own bed. I'll set that for him. Stephen can have that. There you go. And what Stephen's... This is something part of the game that I haven't really looked into with you, but it's one of my favourite parts of the game, to be honest. If we look at his character here, and you can actually rename him. I might start renaming people if anyone has suggestions for what you want to name these characters. Anyone but Von Doom, her name is staying. Everyone else, I can change their names on your suggestions. If you want one named after you, let me know. What was going? Oh yes, if you click on the information, you can see their character and what they are. So he's a paramilitary agent. Sorry. So he's, after scraping by an assorted shady jobs, Stephen joined a large paramilitary group to fight a war on his homeworld. His role was infiltration and intelligence gathering, which makes him a good shooter and good at social. So that's good to know. And he's a disaster survivor, which means he's good at melee, and good at growing and crafting. So, you know, having that little bit of a backstory about characters really brings this game alive for me. And it gets really good later on when you get like good groups of people and like family members come in and stuff like that, and you can see how they react around their family, and it's like an emergent storytelling that isn't present. Hang on. Stephen, the agent, is planning on picking out on food. The final straw is cramped environment. Okay, so luckily we're doing okay for food finally, but that's a bit annoying that he's gone and done that, but never mind. But yeah, there's like emergent storytelling that you don't even have to notice. You can just pass you by. And I think so far in this episode, in this series, it has been passing me and you by. But it does happen. Like we had that fight between Mitch and Alberto. You know, they come out later and they're going to be great friends later on in life and stuff like that. And you can really kind of connect with your colonists once you kind of settle in. I think the reason we've been struggling on that front is because it's new and I'm failing about a little bit because I've been filming for 20-minute episodes and I don't have time to get into it properly. So hopefully now I've decided I'm going to film more episodes on the trot and play it how I normally play it, which is like hours at a time. Hopefully we can see more of that emergent storytelling stuff come about. Stephen is no longer picking out on food. That's good to know because that can be a pain in the ass. He's eating all the food in the world. well, it doesn't seem so bad now, but if we had a nuclear winter while he was pigging out on food, it would have been awful. And you know, if he's ate even some of our food now, and that came a little bit down the line, it could just leave our stocks a little bit depleted for what we needed. So it is good that he stopped doing that. I've got to keep a closer eye on their feelings and their needs to stop them binging, to stop them going berserk, and stop them. Some of them light fires when they go berserk, and that's really annoying because you got to chase them around, putting out the fires they're igniting as they're going mental. But I think I shall leave this episode here. I'll just check the time. Yeah, we've been going for a good while now, so I'll leave this episode here with everyone in bed. And you can join me again in the next episode where it'll be morning, and I don't really have a plan for where we're going to go next episode, so I might just stop playing now and let you let your suggestions from these 3 episodes roll in, and I'll see what I can do on the back of your comments and stuff like that. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next episode, hopefully with a new plan on where to take this this thriving colony. I'm kind of hoping for raiders to come, because it'll give something to fun, fight off some raiders, but at the same time I really don't want raiders to come because they can just tear everything we've built up and tear it all down, which is the last thing we want. But anyway, see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. Bye bye.